this mighty sword-clanging episode of Game, we chip armor with one of gaming's flashiest fighters. It's off with their heads with some orky types in the land of Mordor. And we cut those pixels down to size and explore the mysterious unknown. All that and so much more. This is Game. Hey, and a warm welcome to our digital hideout that we like to call the Gaming Vault. You're with me, Kelly Latimer, Princess of Pixelated Pleasures, and your personal guide to the world of interactive entertainment. Well, we've got a great show lined up for you today, some rather intriguing selections as we recover from the mid-year blitz, giving us time to focus on some of the smaller but no less deserving games out there. So, to begin the show, our resident game reviewer Fraggy spent some time checking in with a bite-sized indie game which has been getting quite a bit of attention recently. Only available via download and with hardly any marketing behind it, this title jumped from relative obscurity to proudly stand as one of the most played PC games at the moment. So, with shovel in hand, torches at the ready, let's see what our game guru thought of his stay in the land of Terraria.
Hey there and welcome to Fraggy's Gaming Den. Now I hope everyone's got a pair of these hipster glasses ready, because in today's review it's one for the independents as we check in with a little known indie game which is making some pretty big waves in the gaming scene. Now when Terraria first made its debut, the scene was buzzing with word about a sort of two-dimensional Minecraft. You know, that 3D game in which you go around gathering blocks to build stuff? Now, that's mainly because in both of these two games, there seems to be a hell of a lot of mining and crafting to be done. But the difference in Terraria is that unlike Minecraft, which is more about mining all sorts of materials so that you can go back and build a swanky house, this one was actually sold to me as a sort of adventure role-playing game, where you can also build stuff, kind of like a cross between Castlevania and well, Minecraft, I guess. So with that in mind, I figured, hey, it's $10 and I've already paid your entry fee, so let's go to the land of Terraria. Now the first thing about this game which got me hooked was the exploration, because despite its simple looks, what you're getting in Terraria is an extremely deep game. You start on the surface with only a few simple tools for gathering materials, but little by little as you explore and chip away at the bedrock, the world starts to open up as you discover cool secrets like hidden dungeons and magic caverns. Now the deeper you go, the better minerals you can get, but unlike some building simulator, character progression also plays a big part in this game. The more you play, the better gear you get, and the further down you can go. And if you're the kind of gamer who likes his loot, the adventuring alone will keep you busy for hours. Another thing I liked was the actual building, because not only does the game make you build a house for yourself, but eventually for the whole town. Bit by bit, as you finish requirements like collecting enough gold or defeating your first boss, different NPCs will come to live in your town, offering things like weapons and healing. And what's better, if you get bored of your world, just head online to join a friend in his world, or invite a bunch of your friends to come chill in yours. Because even though it's pretty fun to go adventuring by yourself, add a couple of friends to the mix and it's a real party. Now the main flaw with this otherwise sparkling package is that if you're new to these sorts of crafting games, then Terraria really doesn't provide much in the way of help when you start out. The game just kind of drops you in the middle of things, and because of this, the first few hours I spent in my new world were pretty frustrating, trying to figure out just what the hell you're supposed to be doing. Also, because the entire point of the game is really up to you, there's no central narrative driving the story along. Instead, you're pretty much left to your own devices, which may put a few people off. And finally, do note that you're going to have to jump through some hoops to get online play to work. Because despite multiplayer being a huge asset, connecting to a game can be a problem, and the only way to do it right now is to know the IP of the server that you're joining. Hardly elegant. You know what? I think it's kind of hard doing a review for a game like this because unless you try it out for yourself, it's tough to explain just how many things there are to do in the land of Terraria. If you're a fan of video games in general, already there's a lot to like because this little pixel wonder is a mishmash of role-playing, sandbox, adventure, platforming, and well, building. Now the first few hours might throw you off with its steep learning curve, but stick with it because with a great sense of exploration and accomplishment, plus even a couple of boss battles to keep you busy once you've sunk a good amount of time in. If you love creating your stories as much as you love playing them, then this is one $10 download which is hard to pass up.
Thanks for that, Frags. Sublime retro-styled adventuring for the friends and family? Currently a PC exclusive, Terraria is available on Steam right now for 10 United States dollars. And with that little 16-bit pixel snack, it's time now for us to grab a short little breather. But stick around, because still to come on this episode, it's Stretch Your Gaming Dollar 101 with the best free titles money can't buy. Plus, how these guys with beautiful hair made this. We go inside the studio with the boys behind Soul Calibur. Hey there and welcome back to the show. Now here at Game, we know that sometimes, just sometimes, like in life, the best gaming experiences can be free. That's why in our next segment, we pay tribute to some of the most awesome time killers we could find on the internet. It's our selection of the best free-to-plays for the week. This is Online.
Kickstarting this brain-twisting edition of Online, we begin with the amusing misadventures of Mosquito and Cow. Slipping into the wings of a devious little mosquito, the objective here is to feed off a lone wandering cow. Easier said than done, because your date the cow doesn't just sit there, ever so often introducing you to his new tail meets face style of bovine kung fu. But not to be outdone, it's back to the drawing board for your next ingenious plan to milk the sticky stuff. Giving the phrase a well-earned meal a whole new meaning, help our whizzing friend through various levels, featuring some pretty clever brain teasers. So if you're a Sudoku fan who's looking for something a little out of the ordinary, Mosquito and Cow can be played by following the link below. Moving on, It's time to spend some time with an update to an age-old game I'm sure a lot of us are quite familiar with. Sick of the standard set of archaic rules? Check Flag is chess as we know it, but with simplified rules and a much more dynamic twist on things. Working much like a standard chess game, each side starts off with just one pawn, but as you get the hang of it, the boards get bigger and new pieces are introduced. A perfect balance between the old and the new for a unique spin on a timeless classic. Check this one out at the address below. Moving on to an altogether different take on strategy, it's back to World War II as we experience the military action of Warfare 1944. Playing as either US or German forces, go through a campaign as you amass a diverse array of units, each with unique abilities. Feel like an airstrike? Righto! Coming right up! Playing as a tanky is also terrific fun, as you race with deadly bazooka teams to get your side to the choke point first. So, if you're up for a little history rewriting, or you just want to give those Yanks a little kicking, Warfare 1944 is available by following the link below.
A great selection of games, all available to you for no cost and right from your browser. Don't forget, if you want to check out any of the games you've just seen for yourself, all the links to the stuff we feature can be found by following the addresses below. And of course, visit the very same websites if you want to chat with any of us here at the Game Team. We love you. Well, time now to pack our bags and head off to the land of the 50-foot Gundam for a look at one of the most beloved fighting franchises of the modern era. It's a trip to sunny Japan as we get a behind-the-scenes look at the creators of Soul Calibur 5.
で、今いるところがですね、ソウルキャリバー5のプロジェクトルームで、ここの全体がですね、開発室となっています。今ソウルキャリバーのチームが結成されて、約1年ぐらいになります。
うちのソウルプロジェクトチーム、プロジェクトソウルの中では、次のソウルキャリバー5は新章を始めようということで、4の時代設定よりも十数年後の舞台を用意して、そこに新しいキャラクターたちを登場させて、古いキャラクターたちと、混ぜるようにしています。それなので、すごい、斬新だと思うので、新しい刺激はでかいと思いますね。
最初が1999年にソウルブレイド、ソウルエッジですねが、作られて、でそれ以来この中のチームで働いている人たちがいます。ソウルキャリバーというのは4の時点で1回切れて、で5で新しく作り直したチームです。ですので今集まっているチームというチームメンバーはやはり総じてですね、志が非常に高い、さっき言った話じゃないですけど5、6、7、8、9ってどんどん続けていこうというふうに今回だけで終わらす気はないというところで、みんな意識の高いゲーム作りをしています。
先生はいつもデザインしてもらってるうちの大エースです。
デザインとあとイラストを描いてます。
デザインとイラスト、うちの全てを担ってるんで。ここはアニメーターですね。で、こっちもアニメーター、この辺全部アニメーターです。来ましたよ。と、うちのアニメーターのボス、南さんです。
南です。よろしくお願いします。
うちのアートディレクターの吉江さんです。
吉江です。モデリングを担当している渡辺さんです。どうですか、渡辺さん。
ちょっとまだ途中なんであまりお見せしたくないんですけれど、
ソウルキャリバー5でリードプログラマーをしている中谷です。主にプログラムの取りまとめや描画処理、その他もろもろ雑用を含めて大抵の プログラムのことはやっています。
これ第2スタジオだと思うんですけど、いますね。じゃあ中入ります。はい、まあそうですね、うちのシリーズをすごく支えてる、まあ音楽の部分ですごく支えてる、まあ一番有名かもしれないです。中鶴さんです。
はい、中鶴です。はじめまして。
ソウルキャリバーっていうのはなんですかね、美しいもしくは世界観、もしくは格闘、美しさを追う人が来てもいいと思います。ゲームとしての楽しさを追う人が来てもいいと思います。で格闘ゲームが好きだという人が来てもいいと思います。でこれを問題はどううまくまとめていくかの方が問題なので、来るメンバーに関して言えばどの方面に興味を持っていても私たちはもうウェルカムです。
An excellent button masher to put on if you've got the company. Add some drinks, a couple of joysticks to the equation, and you've got yourself one hell of a geeky party. Well, with that, we've come to another pit stop in our road to digital enlightenment, but don't move a muscle, because when we come back, it's a case of reefer madness and some monkeying around as we check in with the week's best content packs. And it's back to Mordor for a sword-swinging good time with the boys of the Fellowship. All that and so much more. Don't go anywhere. Hey guys, welcome back to Game. You're with me, Kelly. Now with the releases slowing down to a trickle this time of the year, I thought it'd be a great time to check in with some of the latest add-ons available for download. Beating all your favorite games but still looking for adventure? Well, stick around because coming up in our special DLC edition of The Wrap, we showcase the top content packs you can get to keep that gaming flame alive.
In this edition of The Wrap is downloadable content galore, more ways to extend your game. And we begin with a look at 2 brand new chapters for the blockbuster crime thriller, L.A. Noire. Now the first one sees us back in the shoes of Agent Cole Phelps as he investigates some dubious doobies in the case of reefer madness.
LAPD, nobody move!
In a town drowning in its own success and rival gangs all looking to make a killing on illegal narcotics, it's up to you to be the sobering force that takes the operation down. Or perhaps you're in the mood for something a little less sedate. Well, our next adventure sees the duo of Phelps and Biggs on the case as they try to uncover the truth behind the explosions at Nicholson Electroplating. A tragic accident, or a sign of something more sinister. Inspired by real historical events, uncover the truth while reliving the post-war boom.
Something big.
Next up, one of the most surprising DLC packages to be released. It's a return to the Aperture Labs in an all-new Portal-themed update for The Ball. Featuring an all-new level based around Valve's seminal puzzler, use your huge archaeological sphere of doom to solve mysteries deep within the secret complex. Now, while it might be a little weird to be navigating Portal-themed levels without a portal gun, the puzzle mechanics of The Ball are used to great effect, and the best bit about this pack is that it's absolutely free. Sweet! And finally, in our roundup of DLC favorites, Call of Duty fans, listen up, because the third map pack for Black Ops has just been released. Called Annihilation. This one features 4 new multiplayer maps, including my personal favorite addition, a jungle temple overrun by a horde of zombies. Now the sad bit is that due to an exclusivity agreement between Microsoft and the boys at Call of Duty, this update is currently only available for Xbox 360, with the PC and PlayStation 3 set to get this pack next month. But if you're up for a little monkey business and you're still gagging for more COD action, this $15 DLC just might be worth looking into.
Tough job, poor monkey. But if you think that you're up to solving the dark secrets of the zombie-infested temple, the COD Black Ops Annihilation map pack is available now. Oh, time now to consult the cards as we look ahead to some upcoming titles which should be on any self-respecting gamer's to-do list. It's magic and mystery in this week's Look Ahead. A little something to whet your appetites. This is the preview.
In this edition of The Preview, we begin with a tale of magic in the secret world. In a hidden universe within our own, where myth and mythology still reign, this one tells the story of a select group of individuals, supernatural heroes in a constant war between good and evil. One of the few massively multiplayer online games set in the modern day. Just don't expect to be befriending fairies or mauling orcs. Now, according to the developers, they're taking a different approach to building this MMO RPG because, unlike most MMOs, this one is set to focus on the story rather than just leveling up. With a fully voiced script and cutscenes to go along with all your quests, keep the stream alive and fight for control of the world you know when this one hits us next year. Next up, it's back to the land of furry feet as we check in with the latest Tolkien-inspired video game to hit the shelves, The Lord of the Rings: War in the North. An action RPG set where else but Middle-earth. Prepare yourself for some satisfying combat and loads of great loot as you immerse yourself in some old-time fantasy. A pretty unique game in its own right, this one is set to feature co-op adventuring for up to 3 players. Fight together or die alone, the choice is yours. With an untold chapter building on the events in the film, look out for Gandalf and his crew when this one arrives in August this year.
Now, judging from the trailer, the new Lord of the Rings game looks to be a pretty mature exercise in bloodletting. But if you're up for a romp in the lands of Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings: War in the North is set to release in August later this year. And with that, sadly, that's all the time we have for this episode of Game. But we're never really that far away. You can always check in at our website at espnstar.com/game for snippets of the show. Chat with us and a whole bunch of other gamers on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/ESSGame. Or follow our tweets at twitter.com/ESSGame. Till then, it's Kelly signing off.